Attention readers, world-renowned author Jordan Wells has a special offer for you from his debut novel, The Ring Pack, to his fourth book, A Lonely Rose. In addition to Wells' poetic collection, Jordan Wells has the book for you. How do you get the book? Easy. Go to the top line of the description box and go get the book right now. The top line of the description box and click the link. All right, man, let's talk about this today. Meek Mill continues to air out Atlantic Records. Now, earlier today, we actually interviewed a close friend of Rick Ross, Gunplay, and check the interview out. I'll leave the link, as a card on the video. And he was talking about the issues between Rick Ross, Meek Mill, and Atlantic Records. He talked a little bit about what he knew and kind of, well, I'll save it for you guys to check it out, right? Well, anyway, man, Meek Mill jumped on Twitter today to continue his rant going in at Atlantic Records. So Meek Mill said, so look, I made Atlantic Records hundreds of millions and let them ape me out of Roddy and artists. They came to me about it in jail. They still saying I can't drop music until 9 months after my last album. Got blackballed, just wrap things up. And Nina Art with talent, right? Now he goes on to say, Roddy's still my youngin, still, but the label separated us instantly when the millions came in from him. Same thing they tried to do with me and Rozay. It takes a long time to catch up because most of them tied in for the love of some money. Artists scared to speak up. Now he goes on to say they didn't put nothing into expensive pain and then said I can't drop another project for 9 months. At the end of my contract after I made hundreds of millions, how could anybody survive that? Most rappers can't speak because they depend on these companies. I don't. If I didn't give millions, I'd probably be doing something crazy, right? If I didn't have millions, right? They outsmarting young black kids, taking advantage of them and calling it business. Other artists speak up and tell them the truth while you're winning, not when you're down. So Meek Mill is airing out the industry and even brings more light to the whole Rick Ross situation. Like I said, we just interviewed Gunplay a few hours ago, and we asked him about the whole situation. And to me, it's looking like the same old industry it was, at the inception. Because I've never been in the industry, but we interview a lot of artists that have, and a lot of people talk about the first, second, sometimes even the third contracts being treacherous, and not even really about them knowing, but when they do come to find out the terms and when they start seeing the lack of money and how much money the label's actually making or the percentage the label's actually really making off of them, it's crazy. Sometimes you got 70-30 split, so you making, all of this money and you're only getting 30% of it, and that's to go to you got to pay, other people and your personal staff and things like that. And a lot of these companies are, ballooning expenses, paying for all types of things, saying it's for this and that. But that's what people doing business, right? Oh, we had to do this for you. We had to do this for you. So they're finding a way to probably write off their books on something for you when it's really something for even them. So you got to salute this. You got to salute this at the end of the day. Now, a lot of us thought that Meek Mill, was coming at Rick Ross. And to a extent, I kind of understood that because I'm like, yo, how in the heck this dude brought you to Atlantic Records, right? Now Atlantic Records is shady. Is Rick going up and speaking to Atlantic like, yo, this is my artist, y'all can't do this? Or is he staying quiet? Maybe he has, so I'm not going to throw that on Rick Ross's head like that and say that he hasn't been, speaking up. But nevertheless, Rick Ross came out and said, look, man, you got to take that up with them. And I get it. I mean, you're a man in this business, but if you bring me somewhere, if I bring you to a party and something goes down, with you, then I'm kind of feel like I'm a little bit responsible for that. I'm like, all right, well, I brought him here. Let me intervene. I mean, maybe I'm wrong for that, but yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, damn, well, everybody's saying that Meek Mill brought out Roddy Ricch. He ain't from Philly, from LA, but like, what's really going on? Like, he's not recouping anything off of this dude. We all kind of sat back and we worried about that. And you see Roddy Ricch done blow up to being one of the biggest artists, in the industry right now. So Meek Mill's coming out. He has a gripe with Atlantic Records saying that, look, they got too much control. And this is what happens essentially for these rappers is you're pretty much a paid employee that gets loans from a bank slash record label. All right, we're going to manage this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Okay, yeah, we can get you into different things, but shit, I'm getting 80, 70% of that is ours. You know what I mean? As opposed to you staying independent, finding your own distributor, working out splits and things with them, making sure all your publishing is together. Like, it's no reason why you should be going to a label. Now, you have the other side because, the thing is, I would say that independence is not for everyone. Everybody can't manage everything about themselves and about other people every day. Some people need that structure, but it's to the point where now it's to the detriment of the artists, where they're losing so much money, they're losing publishing, and they're coming out of these things flat broke, believe it or not. I would like to see the statistics of artists that leave the industry flat broke. Like they said, the NFL, like a good 60, 70% of them ended up bankrupt and divorced after they leave the league because, one, yeah, the onus is on them. They don't understand money management, credit, and things like that. But the onus is also on these labels for knowingly putting them into bad contracts. It's almost like one of those things like, the subprime mortgage mess where they knew, like, for, they will make money quick on the front end, and on the back end, you was going to lose your crib, and they were still going to make money because they're going to take the crib from you. So they're giving you 8, 10, 12% on your mortgage, making all that money at the top, and at the back, they know, all right, within 3, 4 years, this person is not going to be able to afford this. I'm going to take the crib back, flip it, and make more money while this person's out on their head. Same with, like, those, if you ever, they got those places where they take your car title, and the interest is like 300, 400%. So if you borrow, let's say you borrow 5,000, you got to pay these motherfuckers $8,500 back, and whatever the term, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, whatever the case is. So it's like, damn, dog, like, you can't get ahead. Now, one thing's like, yeah, you got to know, but I think, in being in business, there should be a certain level, of ownership, a certain level of integrity with these record companies. Like, where's the integrity? Where are the people that's gonna say, I'm not, I'll just be fair? But that's not the world we're in. We're in a capitalistic society, but capitalism doesn't always have to mean, in my opinion, exploitation. Sometimes you can go and get your bang for your buck from some places. Like, you can go buy, this and this, everything that you paid for and more. There are places out there that does, pretty much exist. So I'm gonna digress on this one. Meek Mill, giving out the real. I appreciate him for doing this, and I hope that more artists, like you said, will continue to expose what's going on because, I just like to see ownership, and I think if we dominate this industry, just like the NFL and the NBA, we need to see more people in ownership positions. Where's the black music distribution company? Like, what happened to all these things? Like, it's not just being, exclusive, but it's like, if I can go to Chinatown and see this in Chinatown, I can go to, whatever town, this town, Africa town, Hispanic town, whatever. I can go to all these towns. Where is our town? Where is our stuff? Where's the ownership of stuff that we have? That's all that I'm saying at the end of the day. So salute Meek Mill, it's your brother Org. I'm in Hip Hop News Uncensored. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share the video, and make sure you guys subscribe to Hip Hop News Uncensored. I ain't playing with y'all, man. Hit that like button real quick, share the video, and like I said, man, make sure you guys subscribe. Also, if you want to follow us on social media, the links are in the description. I particularly implore you to follow us on Twitter right now because if you're the 1,000 follower on Twitter, you will get a cash gift from me. That's right. If you're the 1,000 follower on Twitter. Now, I'm going to look at my Twitter right now, and I'm going to give you where we at right now. 975. So 25 more people if you follow us on Twitter at HHU for life. That's HHU for life on Twitter. If you're 1,000, you screenshot it, send it to me, email it to me, send it on Twitter, and I'll shoot you something over to yourself. But 25 away, we're at 975 right now. Go get yourself some cash. It's at HHU for life. And don't worry, if you get nervous that you couldn't write it down, it's right in the description box. It says follow us on Twitter, as well as my email, where you can email me the screenshot of you being the 1,000 person. Man, I really appreciate you guys, bro. And like I said, make sure you check out the Gunplay interviews that we got. We talked about a lot of stuff. I'm about to drop one. It should be up by the time this video's up. Him talking about, Meek Mill and Rick Ross. And I'll leave that link in the description box as well. It's your brother Oga, man, over the